Hey treasures, welcome back to my channel.
So when I got the door, you were standing with a bottle of red wine ready to pour, dressed in long black satin and lace to the floor. So I went in, then we sat down, started kissing, caressing, told me about jacuzzi, sounded interesting, so we jumped right in.
So in today's video, I decided that I'm going to be doing another AITA. If you don't know what that means, it means am I the asshole? Again, guys, please forgive me for the... What am I trying to say right now? Please forgive me if my voice sounds a little bit off. I'm still trying to figure out this whole like microphone thing. I filmed like 2 videos and there was no sound. So just please forgive me. I'm trying to like figure this whole thing out. Anyways, so we're doing another AITA and this one is called Am I the asshole for asking my parents not to have sex when I'm home? Now, I saw this and I was like, sometimes people do the title and then you're like, automatically you have like your opinion, right? And you're like, obviously not, like that's reasonable. But then you go and you read the story and then you're like, somehow they twisted it and it's like, yes, you are the asshole. But like, I don't know, I have not read this yet, so I'm gonna be reading it with you guys for the first time on camera and talking about it with you guys and figuring out if they're the asshole or not. So let's jump in. Okay. Am I the asshole for asking my parents not to have sex when I'm home? I, 14, have asked my parents to not do it while I'm home on countless occasions, and even my siblings have yelled at them about it, and yet they seem to not care to do it late at night too. Even if I have school the next day, they're just in their room going at it. The floors in their bed are already hella creaky, which makes it even louder. They know it makes me uncomfortable, and yet they still do it. Am I the asshole in this situation? Basically, you're 14 and your parents, doesn't matter how old they are because they're your parents, so whatever, you know that they did it while they had you, obviously. Not one of those ones where there was like a twist where it was like, okay, yes, you're the asshole. Only thing I can say about this though is the fact that if I was the child in that position, like I would just get headphones because I'd be like, I don't need to hear my parents. I don't think anyone needs to hear their parents, like, psychologically, so I'm gonna get headphones, you know? But at the same time, like, I also live in a house where if it was me literally in that circumstance with the mother that I have, my mom would be like, well, it's my house, so deal with it. Would not actually, like, be okay with us hearing it and everything like that, even when I was a child, but I can see your parents saying, like, well, it's my house, you guys know, obviously we had you guys, so you know what doing it is. It's weird, like they never said like if their parents have like talked to them about it and like said that they would stop, or like what the parents' response was when, you know, the kids brought it forth to them, which I really would want to know like what the hell is going on over there, because okay, cool, like your parents are in love, so going at it and maybe getting another brother or sister in the meantime. But I'm also thinking it's weird, like why as a parent are you okay with your child knowing, you know? As parents, you become a parent and immediately you have to sacrifice and immediately you have to make a lot of compromises for the sake of your kids. And so with compromising and, you know, giving things up, I would think that this would be one of them where it's not that hard. It's really understandable as to why the kids would want that. So I'm not really understanding. This in general just has me point blank confused. I think you're not the asshole, but I do think your parents are. I think that's kind of like a little bit immature. Let me know what you comments down below because I would really like to hear it, but let's read another one. Okay, so am I the asshole for only inviting my 2 brothers and not their wives and kids to a family gathering? I, 18, have 2 brothers. One is 26, one is 28, and they're both married. While I still live with my parents, I had a big announcement to make for my family. My boyfriend and I have gotten engaged, and I also will move out to live with him because I'm pregnant. The thing is that I wanted to tell the news to my whole family all at once, so last Saturday I told my mother that I was going to make dinner. I invited my 2 brothers but asked them to come alone without their wives or my oldest brother's children. My oldest brother was quite annoyed and asked me why his wife and children couldn't come. I told him that I wanted to have family dinner with us, just parents and siblings. While I cooked dinner last Friday, they came in, then I finally made the announcement. I was surprised by how unsupportive my family was, but anyways, at some point my brother asked me again why this had to be just us. Why couldn't his family come too? My other brother agreed that it wasn't something worth being so secretive about. I told them that I wanted to have dinner with my family and their wives aren't. They got very upset over that, telling me that I'm insensitive because their wives are their family and I should consider them as well. My brother got even more upset because he said that I don't consider his children my family. It all went down and my brothers and I had an argument. My parents tried to calm my brothers down, but my oldest brother accused them of spoiling me. I was feeling very stressed, so I left. I texted my boyfriend so he'll pick me up. The next day, my oldest brother's wife called me the next day to yell at me too because I'm supposedly not including her in her family events. I told my parents that and they got very angry with my brother. I don't think I did anything bad, to be honest. My brothers misinterpreted my words to try to make me seem bad, but I just wanted dinner with my family. Am I wrong? Woof. Okay, girl. Okay, so I have several thoughts about how everything went down and if you're the asshole or not, so let's just dive into that. So I don't think you're the asshole because you wanted to tell your immediate family the news. If you're not close with your brother's wives, then I don't really understand why you don't get to pick and choose who you want to tell information to firsthand. Do you know what I'm saying? And I understand that. However, you did mince your words, and it was terrible to say that they're not family because they are your family, whether you have a relationship with them or not. They're your family, like in-laws, family. So especially the one that has kids, if I was the brother that has the kids, I'd be really insulted as well, to be perfectly honest with you, because hello, you're literally their aunt. Like, what do you mean you don't consider them like your family? Like, I'd be heavily insulted. I understand completely where your brother is coming from in that aspect. I do think that, I'm in a similar situation where there's times when I want to go out and I want to have time with just like my immediate family that I was like raised with, and not having their partners included. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I don't know why it's like as soon as you get a partner, you have to be attached to the hip, and like any family event means that they're coming. Why? Like, why can't you guys do your own thing? Why can't you have separate relationships? I don't really understand that. I don't know. Even whenever I had my partner, I was like, okay, I'm going to be doing this with my family. Like, you do your own thing. So I don't really understand that. But I also like screenshotted some of the comments for this one because these ones were like clear, like, yes, you're the asshole. Seriously damaged your family relationships. You need to re-examine why you feel this way and find out how to fix this before your child is born and ostracized. Start by apologizing to everyone and explain how wrong you are. Another thing that they're talking about is also what I wanted to say was, how is it that you're saying that they're not family, right? And you're like, oh, they're upset that I claim that their wives and children aren't family. They're upset that I didn't need to be so secret about it and I made it be more secretive than it should have been. And then they weren't supportive. Well, you're 18. Yeah, you're 18 and you're moving out and having a baby. Like, you're 18. You're a child. You just graduated high school. If not, you're still in high school and you're moving out. Those are all really, really big steps, and you're so young. People that are 18 think that they're grown now and, like, they are adults and, like, yeah, in the eye of the law, you're an adult, but literally you're still a child. You are still a child. I do not blame them one bit for them not being happy for you, because I would just be, like, scared and thinking, like, holy, what is going to be going on with my kid if I was the parent? Now, your parents didn't really step in or say anything other than the fact that they tried to calm your brothers down when they got really upset over something that you said. I don't know if I agree with the whole, your parents are spoiling you. Obviously, you didn't really list anything that showed that, but I do think that you're the asshole for sure. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
To answer phone, please leave a message after the tone. I mean, me and her parents were kinda cool, but they were the fine line between me and you. We were just doing things young people in love do. Parents trying to find out what we were up to.